Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this Rabbit's Breakdown. We are doing Season 2, Episode 7, Lucy and the Cardinal, and we should be finishing it up. Hopefully we'll finish it up. And next Rabbit's video will be on Episode 8. So, without further ado, let's get into this thing.
The production crew and cast of voice actors were all unknowns except for one, a woman named Beatrice Lagerfeld.
Yes, Beatrice. That is a name. I've always liked that name. There's a lot of the Victorian, especially a lot of the Victorian women's name, female names, women's names, women's female names that, like Ethel, that I think are cool names.
She played the mother on a really popular and extremely broad situation comedy from the late 1990s and was the spokesperson for a famous fast food restaurant for a brief period of time a few years later.
Yep. A few years later. I love the vagueness of the mentioning any brand names. I think a lot of that has to do with real world copyright, though.
I called her agent, and he agreed to pass along my information to his client. A few days later, I received a call.
So yeah, interesting.
Hello?
Hello, Riley?
Oh, hi, Beatrice. Thank you so much for calling.
No problem. I understand.
My only thing is she probably has caller ID of some kind. I don't know. Though I would imagine a celebrity, or even a minor celebrity, or a celebrity that's past their prime, would have an unlisted number. I don't know.
And you're looking for some information about an animated movie from the 1980s?
Yes, it's called Lucy and the Cardinal. You played the young lead, Lucy. Beatrice?
Sorry, I don't remember that one. Did you see it on my IMDb?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't. It's actually not listed there.
Then it wasn't me.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'd remember a feature. I mean, those things normally take forever, long days, and lots of rewriting and re-recording after the fact.
Well, I actually have just about half of the movie on tape.
And you think it sounds like me?
Here we go. Some more Mandela effect happening here.
Well, yes, it does, I suppose, but there's more to it than that.
What?
Your name is actually listed in the closing credits.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do have a rather unique name.
You certainly do.
Could I hear a bit of it?
Sure, just a sec.
Yeah, like I said, we got some straight up Mandela shifting going on here.
I played a clip for Beatrice. I asked my producer, Nick, if he thought it was okay to play a clip on this show, but because we've been unable to track down the rights holder, he thought it best if I just describe everything for now.
That's kind of cool. That is a way of keeping out of trouble or the within the show, keeping the show out of trouble in this universe, While at the same time, in this universe, you don't have to fabricate this whole section of audio. Which is, I mean, it's a pretty good technique.
Holy shit.
What?
That really sounds like me.
It does, right?
Yeah, down to my vocal mannerisms, everything. That is so weird.
And you're sure it isn't you? Like maybe it was just a fast-moving project or something you forgot?
Well, I have a pretty good memory for most things, and a feature film like this, that would stand out.
Yeah, I guess it would.
Yeah, I'd think so.
It's so weird. Can I hear some more?
Sure.
I played another few minutes of the movie for Beatrice. She was a little freaked out. She said it really sounded like her, but more than that, it actually felt like she was listening to herself.
That would be kind of spooky. At least, I know that would kind of freak me out.
Like that really was her. She asked me if I could send everything I had from the movie, and I agreed. And then I hung up. For the moment, at least, it looked like Beatrice Lagerfeld was a dead end.
Yeah, except I don't think there are any dead ends in the Rabbids universe.
But I did notice something. It was during one of the scenes with Lucy and the man they called the Cardinal, a kind of wise old wizard figure who rode a blue horse. The Cardinal lived way up in the air, high above the tallest peak in a mountain range known as the Old Kings. He lived in an enormous old castle built on a ring of solid clouds.
Well, that's just kind of cool. That kind of reminds me of the King and The Last Unicorn, the animated movie that they did based on the book.
In his castle, the Cardinal spent most of his time in the library, a huge, multi-floored and multi-dimensional room filled with countless books and ladders. In one scene, Lucy comes to visit the Cardinal and is left waiting in the library. We can see a stack of books on the coffee table. While Lucy waits for the Cardinal, she absent-mindedly picks up one of the books. It's at this point that we can see that book's title. It's something called the Malicetic Atlas.
Now, I have not the Malicetic Atlas. I forget what I have, which is, I think is what they based the Malicetic Atlas on. It's just a book of weird things and trivialities and just really weird places around the planet.
Those of you familiar with the Tanis and the Last Movie podcasts will recognize that name. Here's a brief description from Season 4 of Tanis. The Malicetic Atlas is a kind of weird old guidebook, a road atlas. There's a fantastic coffee table book called Atlas Obscura.
Atlas Obscura. That's what's based on it. And I have a copy of that somewhere floating around. I may show it off come one of these, maybe the next film, I don't know. The next video I do, I don't know. I keep wanting to call this film for some reason.
Imagine that, except leather-bound and old. Not old in an ancient way, although there are certainly tonal aspects of the book that feel ancient in a Lovecraftian fashion.
Of course, Lovecraft. You can't have Mandela effect without Lovecraft. Or at least in this universe.
The Malicetic Atlas feels old in a 1950s through 70s shitty motel kind of way. Like crackling neon, tacky carpets, wood-paneled walls. A pre-continental breakfast, post-Charles Manson death cult vibe.
That's kind of specific.
The Malicetic Atlas felt kind of like those horrific films in The Ring and Ringu in guidebook form. Now, I suppose it wouldn't be all that unusual to find something arcane like the Malicetic Atlas referenced in connection with a mysterious underground alternate reality game, but what the heck?
Yeah, she does have a very, very valid point right there.
Hell was the Malicetic Atlas doing sitting on a table in a library in an animated movie from the 1980s?
That is the million-dollar question.
Movie that doesn't appear to actually exist. It's Rabbits. I'm Riley Bennett. We'll be back again soon. Until then, stay safe.
So yeah, that is the conclusion of Season 2, Episode 7, Lucy and the Cardinal. And our next Rabbits video will be starting Episode 8. And the title of Episode 8 is The Mysterious Traveler. Maybe we find the Traveler then. So, until next time, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?